What up, though? What's up, everybody? It's Aaron Duncan here at the Necessary Blunt Sports Talk. You guys already know it's me, man. It's the show where I might not tell you what you want to hear, but I'm definitely going to tell you what you need to hear. Here, I get recap and analysis of the NFC South. So, if you haven't subscribed, you want to see more videos about the Saints, the Bucks, the Panthers, or the Falcons, hit the subscribe button below, man. Make sure you hit the thumbs up. Please hit the thumbs up. Make sure you hit the bell icon also. That way you're on notification gang. So every time I do the live stream, you get a notification. Every time I drop a video, you get a notification. So we'll see what happens. Everybody checking in, notification gang checking in the building. Drop a what up though when you slide through. Make sure you say what's up when you slide through. You know what I mean? Your boy in this thing. Wednesday live stream. You know how we do. Putting on for the team. Uh, I got a. I'm just pretty comfortable right now, man. I'm liking this color scheme I got. This Nike and the UB logo, the trusty hat. Trusty hat. What up, though? Complete chaos. Dirtbag Dom. You ain't. You gotta drop the what up though for me to acknowledge these outlandish comments you dropping. Travis Warden, what up though? It's what up though. You left out the up. What though? You left out the up. What up though? Complete chaos said we in there. Notification gang in the building. Um, man, it's been a lot of news, man. It's been a lot of news that came through the past few days in the NFL, man. We got a lot of things to talk about. There you go. What up, though? Exactly. What up, though? We got a lot of things to talk about, man. I know Saints fans gonna come in here and oh no no no. You thought you said this is not the. Why are y'all acting like this is the first time I've been wrong all season? I like to say I told you so on a lot of stuff, but this is not the first time I've been wrong all year. Like, why are y'all acting like I'm just 12? I was 12 for 12 of my picks through week 12, and I'm just wrong for the first. Nah, man, nah. This it happens. The Falcons, the Falcons are gonna Falcon. It is what it is. I mean, they're gonna do what the Falcons do. They're gonna get to the red zone, turn the ball over. Hell, Calvin really even dropped the ball off at the 1 yard line. He's like, do I want to score? Nah. Do I want to get 6 points for my fantasy owners? Nah, I'll just do a -2. Drop the ball off at the 1 yard line. I'm like, bro, Julio fumbled. He got helicoptered and fumbled. Calvin really fumbled, and it was just, I don't know, man. I'm not gonna lie. I've been a little disappointed in these prime time games. Only the Rams and Chiefs game and the Rams and Vikings game have been the two that's lived up to them. I mean, the other ones I thought I was gonna be decent with blowouts, like the Panthers and the Steelers, and then the Saints Falcons game went as close as I thought. But I mean, I'll let y'all. What up, Lucas? But I'll let y'all say. I give it to the Saints, man. I give it to y'all. Y'all got the dub. It is what it is. I mean, swept the Falcons. The Falcons, they. I don't think they believed they were gonna win themselves. You know what I'm saying? I think I had more faith in them than they did in themselves. That's neither here nor there. Um, but yeah, man, I got a lot of stuff to talk about. Let's start with. I'm gonna keep it light. I'm gonna start light. We'll start with the Leonard Fournette suspension and appeal. So I hadn't even really seen the full clip. You know what I'm saying? I've been on Instagram. I didn't see the full clip of how the fight transpired. I saw the scrap, but I didn't see the fight. I just know that Leonard Fournette, he's on my fantasy team. He's been battling injuries all year, in and out of the lineup. Finally came back, two monster games. Hell, he even had a monster game before he caught the boot this past week, and now he's out again. And this is fantasy playoffs coming up. This is the last week before fantasy playoffs. Austin Anderson in the building. We got a first time viewer. Uh, he said losing only for fantasy. Yeah, of course only for fantasy. We know Blake Bortles got their season cooked. Now they got Cody Kessler in that thing, and it's a wrap for them dudes. I appreciate the support, Austin. I appreciate the support. You know what I'm saying? But when you come through on this channel, you gotta drop the what up though. You know what I'm saying? When you come through. Lucas in this thing too, Austin. You know what I'm saying? I got two of my boys from RFB/RFL. Appreciate y'all sliding through, showing love. But man, dude, I was for sure. I went for sure. I mean, Fournette only got one game. Had he got two and appealed, it probably went down to one. But it just wasn't a good look for him to just go out blatantly start a fight and just go at it with a guy during the game when they're clearly just frustrated. You know what I'm saying? Because that team is garbage this year. But I mean, Fournette, he's messing up my money. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the bubble. I'm in the 4th seed right now, but if I lose in my fantasy league, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? So money's on the line in this league. I need Fournette to come through. He came through last week, but I lost by like 5 points, and Gurley was on bye week, and it was messy. But I got Gurley. I had Lamar Miller. I got some guys, but I like to have all my horses when it's money time. But Fournette messing up my money and a lot of people's money too in fantasy. So it is what it is. Let's move on to this look. I'm not gonna spend too much time on this next one. The Baker Mayfield situation. Like every sports analyst has blown this into the ground and blown this out of proportion. I don't know. Let me know what y'all think about him like snubbing Hugh Jackson. You know what I'm saying? After the game, I think he was wrong for that. Like Hugh got fired, bro. I mean, I don't know what happened behind closed doors. I don't know if he was way too hard on Baker, but what I saw on Hard Knocks, it seemed like he was a Baker Mayfield fan. He might have been like, I don't know. Baker Mayfield used to Lincoln Riley. Lincoln Riley like to baby him and and all that. What up, Donald? What up, Donald Clark? What up, though? But no, Lincoln Riley, he was like cried when Baker Mayfield got suspended in college, and they seem to be like buddy and best friends. And he's probably not used, maybe not used to that tough love type of coach or somebody that's gonna actually be on him. I'm not saying that Hugh Jackson's just some hard on coach, like you know what I'm saying. Uh, but uh, but I mean Hugh Jackson, I don't know. I don't think Baker Mayfield should have went out his way to like. I mean, I had no problem with the Instagram comment. It is what it is. I mean, you probably should be looking at film, but I don't think he should have just snubbed Hugh Jackson like that, bro. That's cold. Like, you can at least be fake. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. Like, even, I think, who said that? I think Shannon was saying that. Like, you never know what could happen down the road. Like, Hugh Jackson, you could be end up playing for Hugh Jackson later on down the road. You never know. He could be on some staff, or you never know. Like, my dad always tells me, never burn bridges. Like, anytime you leave a job, make sure you don't burn any bridges. Make sure you can always go back to that job if you wanted to in the future. That's why you never want to burn bridges. And I mean, you never know. The NFL, it's only a handful of coaches. Like, it's a couple new coaches that pop up every now and then, but all these coaches get recycled. They all get the same jobs to just go from what they get fired from head coach, they go back to being an offensive coordinator or defensive coordinator somewhere else. Like, they're just not. They just it's a cycle of coaches, man. They're all the same 20 coaches, and they're all just recycling new jobs. Every now and then, some guy that's coached by Andy Reid will get a break, like Peterson or Nagy, and they'll do their thing, and then they'll be whatever. But it's really the same coaching trees, man. Everybody's been freaking coached by Parcells, Bill Walsh, or freaking whoever. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's been coached by the same two guys. Like it's a whole freaking connected circle. So I mean, you never know. It's a small knit thing. Baker's gonna be Baker though. Like I think somebody said that Baker's gonna be Baker. It is what it is. I mean, that's his personality. You know what I'm saying? Like so, I'm not gonna fault him for being him. I just don't think that it wasn't really. It was OD to like. You know what I'm saying? He's like, oh, he went to a rival team. Like, yeah, it's a rival team, but dog, you're the Browns and it's the Bengals. It's not like y'all just the Steelers and the Bengals or Steelers and the Ravens or you know what I'm saying? The rivalry not even that strong for you to be mad like that, bro. Like calm down. Calm down, dog. Like, what you mean? It's not Ohio State, Michigan. They sit down somewhere. But it is what it is. Let's move on to this dude Reuben Foster. Uh this situation is just crazy to me. Like I'm mad that I got on this live stream late because I had these same thoughts that I saw Stephen A have. Like, bruh, you got in trouble. So let me get this right. In May earlier this year, you had a run in with this chick, and she accused you wrongly of domestic violence, and the charges got dropped or something. But you still got charged some other stuff. You still got suspended, but whatever, like after that happened, she didn't really follow through with the accusations. Okay, cool. I get that. Dodge that bullet. Everybody gets their one. Ray Lewis got his one. Couple, I can't think of anybody else who dodged the bullet and they righted the ship going forward in their career. You know what I'm saying? And not to mention, you knew the chick had a past. She accused somebody in Louisiana of the same thing in domestic violence, and it was still wrong. You know what I'm saying? Kyle Whitney said he's still upset about Michigan. That was crazy, but that's a whole other story. But still, bro, you knew her past. Like Shawty got a pass. You know what I'm saying? So like, people change, but people don't change that much. You know what I'm saying? The fact that she did that, you know what she's capable of. She's one of them. And that was just a regular dude. She wasn't doing that to a football player that has money, that can't afford to pay her hush money. She was doing it to a regular dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, if she gonna do it to somebody that's broke, what's she gonna do it to a first round draft pick like you? You know what I'm saying? You a national champion, dog, from Alabama. You a first round pick. Like, what do you think? Like, come on, bro. It just don't make sense. The world is at your oyster when it comes to being a football player and like your pick of the letter of female. Like, bro, it's plenty of crazy women out there. You don't have to harp on one crazy. If you like them crazy, cool. Move on to another one that won't accuse you of false charges, bro. But I'm gonna move on. This dude, this dude. Why not? Why give her another chance? Why get back with her? Why bring her on the road? Of all things, like you brought her on the road, dog. Like what? What? Like isn't the road where the football players supposed to have their most fun anyway? Like clearly she's crazy if she came with you on the road. That means she probably don't trust you. She probably a hothead or something that she need to come on the road with you when you're gonna be gone for a few days. Like, bruh, she could have came to the game, cool, but bro, you can get your own. You can get your own flight to the game. You're not gonna stay with me. Like, bro, come on. But that's neither here nor there. Why did he take her back? Like, you knew she was trouble, bro. Exactly, Don Clark. Don't bring sand to the beach. Come on, Shawty. Like, what are you doing? Like, Reuben Foster. I went to LaGrange College, and Reuben Foster is from LaGrange. Like, I remember seeing this guy play in high school. He is a monster. He's a violent guy on the field, apparently off the field too. But I saw him assassinate a couple little kids in high school watching him play. Like he was literally been the same size since high school. He's been that mean. Like the thing about this dude, like his past precedes him because you know he got suspended earlier this year because of the incident. I told you that. I think like gun charge and drug possession, something like that. I don't know. And then y'all remember when they said he went off on those people at the combine and he was like waiting to get drug tested? I think because you know the combine they OD on everything when it comes to testing these guys. So apparently they were giving him some kind of test by making him wait an extremely long time to do some stuff and to see how people react when they're in certain situations. And apparently he didn't react well. He got sent home from the combine. Didn't even get to do the combine. Had to wait till Alabama Pro Day. And then the same charging as MMA now. Greg Hardy talking about. The former Panther, Greg Hardy. But Greg Hardy, that's a whole different level of crazy. I'm not even gonna like. That's a whole different level of crazy. But Reuben Foster, I'm not even gonna. Reuben Foster, I'm not even gonna put him on the level of Greg Hardy. Like Greg Hardy, that's. I ain't gonna say too much about him because he might find me. He's really that crazy. But this dude Reuben Foster, I'm not gonna go ahead and hit him too hard in the head like that. But I'm gonna tell y'all a little information y'all may not know. Y'all may know that he went to Alabama. He won a championship with Saban. But in high school, bro, because LaGrange is like 30 minutes. It's real close to the Alabama border. It's in Georgia, but it's real close to the Alabama border. Like, we used to party in Auburn. What up, Jay Steves? We used to party. When I was in LaGrange, we used to go to Auburn to party. It's 30 minutes down the road, and it's an hour behind. So, like, you turning up your pregame, it's 9 o'clock. You leave the crib at 9. You're going to get to Auburn at 9 o'clock. Or 8, no, 9:30. Because it's a 30-minute ride. They'll put you there at 9. No, hold on. That's where my math at. So, if we leave at 9 o'clock, it takes a 30-minute ride. So, we would get there 9:30. But it's an hour back. So, when we get there at 8:30. So basically, you gain 30 minutes every time you go across there. So it's that cool. So people from LaGrange, like him, used to always go and party in Auburn. So this dude, being a top recruit that he was, he committed to Auburn. Okay, cool. It makes sense. Like, your family is close. You can go home every weekend, get mom's home cooking. Like, you ain't got to worry about being homesick. All your people to come see you. Like, hell, even like away teams that come play Auburn, they stay in LaGrange. Their hotel is in LaGrange. Like, that's how close LaGrange is. Like LSU would come and be in LaGrange, stay in the hotel. But you got Auburn. He tattooed Auburn on his shoulder, dog. Like, he got an Auburn symbol tattooed on his shoulder after he committed. Not signed. He committed to Auburn, tattooed it on his shoulder, dog. And like I told you, he went to Alabama. So he flipped. Nick Saban flipped him. You know what I'm saying? So Nick said, I don't know. Alabama's never been busted for any recruiting violations, but I don't know what the heck Nick Saban said to him to get him to flip after after putting an Auburn tattoo on his arm, because you know how crazy you're going to look having an Auburn tattoo and flipping to go to Alabama. Like, Nick Saban had to really put some flavor in his ear for him to do something that dumb. So I'm guessing that he's very easily influenced. Maybe the girl said something to him. Maybe she put something on him that I don't know, that I don't know nothing about. I don't know. But this dude, apparently, obviously, he's hard headed and I don't know. But we'll see what happens. The Redskins signed him with the quickness. This dude, this dude found a job quicker than goddamn anything. Like, I didn't know the NFL had an unemployment line. You know what I'm saying? This dude found a job so quick. I'm like, bro, this is wild. Like, um, he bounced back so quick. What are the Redskins thinking? Because he's already been suspended 4 games. Lucas said he's in love, but he's already been suspended 4 games earlier this year. I think it was 4. Um, it wasn't for domestic violence, but it was for other stuff. It was personal conduct, and domestic violence was there, but he never technically got charged for it. So the question is, how will Goodell hit him with this? You know what I'm saying? You know the policy's been fluid. It changes all the time ever since the Ray Rice thing. But the policy is 6 games for your first offense and a lifetime ban for your second offense. Now, will Goodell count this as his second offense? Technically, because the first time he got suspended earlier this year, it was 4 games, but it was for personal conduct, even though all those charges had to do with the domestic violence incident. What up, though, Roman AIDS? But it's it's Lucas said he's ugly, dude. Money makes you handsome, bro. It don't matter if you ugly or not. If you got bread, money makes you handsome, dog. This is life lessons. I'm telling y'all right now. But what are the Redskins expecting to get out of this? First of all, your quarterback's gone. I think they really just tried to claim him off waivers. That way, if this thing goes sideways, they can get rid of him quick. But if they want him, they have first dibs to him. But it is what it is. Oh, they said, complete cast said yeah, I think I read that too. You're right. They said the Redskins wanted him in the draft, but they chose, who did they choose? Alabama. They chose, was it Deron Payne? No, Deron Payne came out this past year. I forgot who it was, but I see what you're saying. That makes sense. But at the same time, like, I heard today they said that, we don't even know if Reuben Foster's gonna play. So like, why did y'all sign him? Like, we've seen the Redskins make suspect moves, so it's not really shocking. You know what I'm saying? They're like, what is controversy to them? You know what I'm saying? They've been the Washington racial slurs for forever, even though our Native American friends have been petitioning to get them to change the logo. And this dude, Dan Snyder, will not change the logo. You know what I'm saying? So what do you expect for a team whose mascot is a racial slur? You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't expect anything less than them signing a guy like this 2 days after this thing played out. We'll see what the suspension with Goodell has for him. You know Goodell likes to wait his time. He'll probably be on that exempt list for a while, but it is what it is. I spent a lot more time on that than I wanted to. Let's talk about I'm not going to talk about my prediction yet before I get into it, but I want to talk about this trash talk that's been happening between the Cowboys players that they've been putting in the media as they get ready to play these Saints. But right before we get into it, I appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure y'all give the video a thumbs up. If you're in here, holla at your boy when you slide through. Give it what up, though, when you come through. But let's talk about these Cowboys trash talking these Saints. You know what I'm saying? Let me get a sip of water because this is pretty funny to me. So I don't know who had it. It wasn't really trash talk, I guess, by Dak Prescott. But I mean, I'm not a Dak Prescott fan, but I agree with what he said. Like, they put on pants just like us. These dudes are human. You know what I'm saying? This is not college where you playing Alabama and you're Middle Eastern Tennessee State and you know you don't have the recruits or the resources. Nah, you get paid millions of dollars just like they do. Don't be scared of them. Like, y'all can't expect these grown men that got to feed their family to be scared of these dudes. So I get that. Now, DeMarcus Lawrence, I haven't put everything in context, which I typically like to do, so I don't want to assassinate him right now. But the Cowboys, I don't know, man. They probably been watching too much ESPN. They're not as good as they really think they are. They've been playing well these past few games. I can't lie. They won 3 in a row. They haven't really beat anybody great, but you only play the team on your schedule. It's not their fault that they play in the NFC least. So the Cowboys are going to do what they got to do. But DeMarcus Lawrence, I don't know. I don't have to quote word for word, but to paraphrase, he pretty much said that DeMarcus Lawrence is a beast. I can't even lie. Like you really have the room to talk about this yourself. Like, because he pretty much was talking about the Saints O-line, who has been probably, I said, one of the top two O-lines in the league, probably between them and the Steelers this season. But he pretty much told them that, pretty much said that, like, I mean, everything's been all hunky-dory for the Saints so far when they're cooking, putting up 40, 50 points a game. But what's going to happen when somebody come hit them in the mouth and things don't go their way or how they expect it to go? How will they respond? I understand what you're saying, but at the same time, they've been in that type of game. The Ravens hit them in the mouth. The Ravens had a good defense. The Ravens came out and hit them in the mouth. Hell, the Rams had them for a second until that missed field goal. Like, they've been hitting the mouth before. It's not like they haven't been in a scenario where they faced a hard nosed defense or a good front or whatever. But they've been in that scenario. I understand it, bro. I understand it, but I mean, I'm not gonna be like, oh, you're so outmatched. Don't poke the bear. That's when da 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 da. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's some stuff out of control. Yeah, you may be better than the O line member in front of you. I don't know who you're going. You may be one of the top 5 Ds in the league or whatever. But bruh, Drew Brees is getting the ball out faster than anybody I've ever seen, bruh. That's one of the main reasons he hasn't been sacked. Also, the O line is good, yes, but this dude is getting rid of the ball so quick it doesn't matter, bruh. You can put the dude in front of you on his back, but he may get the ball out before you even get a chance to look up at him. And Austin, you're right. That's when he throws the check down off the pressure. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like the Cowboys defense, they are good. Now, I don't know. I know Byron Jones in the secondary, Heath. I'm not familiar with how the secondary is per se. Have they been tested like that? I got to go back and watch the film. Maybe I'll watch the Falcons game to see when the last time they've really been tested. Cause I didn't. But I don't know, man. Like, it just seems like there's a lot of stuff that's out of your control. Like, I can understand you can do what you want to do against the O line, but like I said, these guys are masterminds. Sean Payton and Drew Brees are masterminds. Not saying that, oh, you talking trash is gonna be the reason why they beat you. No, if they were gonna blow you out, clearly they don't need motivation. They don't need extra motivation to like blow you out. They've been dropping 30 points easily every week. Like, you saying that is not gonna make or break your chances. You know what I'm saying? Um, Donald Clark said the Saints are tough, and he said let them talk noise. Payton will scheme them out of position and make them pay. Um, Dirtbag said Leighton Vander blah 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 is a beast. He is a beast. If y'all haven't checked out my matchup video between the Saints and the Cowboys, make sure y'all check that out. I didn't get my prediction in that because I gotta say the prediction for the live stream, but I did talk about some matchups, of course, in the video. And yeah, I tried to give credit, but people still want to come at me, dog, saying I sound like a Cowboys fan. You might as well talk about my mama before you call me a Cowboys fan. That's one of the worst insults you can ever say to me, and that's wild. But that's neither here nor there. But the trash talk, I don't know. I don't think it will make a difference. I don't think it'll make a difference if they went like, oh, the Saints are gonna be extra motivated now. You've been talking trash. Like, no, like the only thing that I would say would the difference it would make, but is if it's over late, I don't see like Sean Payton won't call the dogs off. That's the only difference I see he'll make. Like, if he may actually, matter of fact, we know the history of Sean Payton. If he catch you on the sideline chasing somebody down, he probably gonna have a word to say with you. He may throw up a choke symbol at you. He may talk some trash. Who knows? Get red in the face. You know how he does. We've seen him talk trash to players before. He's done it before. Sean Payton, he did it to Malcolm Jenkins. He did it to Devontae Freeman. He talked trash to Marcus Peters in the media. Like, this is not beyond Sean Payton. Sean Payton is actually the type of coach that if you say something to him or his team, he will actually come back to you. He won't just let his play or his players do the talking. That's not his style, bro. So he will try to, like, if they're up a lot and the game's over, he won't take the dogs off. He will try to embarrass you. So if you're a betting man and you think the Saints are gonna win, I would take the -8 because if it's not close late, they're not calling the dogs off. They're gonna keep scoring. Like, they're gonna try to keep scoring. Period. But that brings me to my next thing. Right before I get into predictions, this is the last one, I promise. Let me actually pull up this NFL schedule. I got one thing I want to say, man. I've been thinking the past few days, bro. Like, ever since Sunday, I had a lot of time to reflect on the games. Excuse me. Had a lot of time to reflect on these games, and that Panthers loss, it definitely to the Seahawks, it definitely hurt. Like I will say that it hurt. We were supposed to win. We played great. We were in the red zone 7 times. We just couldn't finish in the red zone. Bad kicking again. The defense has been letting us down all year. But you got to put things into perspective. Yeah, the only thing we really lost is control of our own destiny. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the only thing that was lost. We still have a chance for the playoff, Panthers fans. Like I'm gonna take a moment because it's a lot of Saints fans I know. It's a lot of random like Austin and Lucas. Y'all are different. Y'all had different teams, but this is for the Panthers fans that are on this channel. It's on this live stream. Listen to me. Some of y'all are pissing me off, and y'all really had me mad, like really wanting to go off in the comments. But I try to be friendly in the comments to keep the conversation going. But all this, let's tank and get ready for the draft. Like, bro, we're 6-5, dog. We're not 1-10. Like, what are you talking about? We need to tank. We're never going to do this or that. We're never going to do that or whatever. Like, I don't like Dak Prescott. I don't like the Cowboys. But like he's saying, there's no team in here that's just freaking anybody. Like, the Cowboys from fucking the Little Giants. Like, these dudes, everybody puts on pants just like you do. They got 2 legs. They put on legs 1 foot at a time. Unless you crazy people that jump into your drawers or your pants every day. But everybody puts on at the same time. You're 6-5. There's 5 weeks left in the season. Yeah, you're in a muddle with a bunch of teams in the pack, but this thing is not over. Y'all talking about tanking? Like, y'all are talking about tanking. Really? At 6? What are you tanking for at 6-5? Like what? How retarded do you sound talking about tanking at 6-5? I don't want to hear nothing about tanking. I don't want to hear about, we'll be better next. Dude, I don't want to hear nothing about that. We're 6-5. Okay? 6-5. Dude, the division is gone. Okay, cool, period. But there's still football left to be played. Yeah, you need help. Yeah, you lost control of your destiny, but you're not out of it. Like, I'm done with y'all new Panthers fans. I'm gonna call y'all new Panthers fans because clearly I don't remember anything within the Panthers' recent history. Yes, Panthers. I'm talking about Panthers. Like, y'all are talking about tanking at 6. What are you talking about? Exactly complete chaos. Everybody puts on their pants. Like, why are you talking about tanking? We're never gonna beat the Saints. Da da da. Blah blah blah. Dude, we haven't played the Saints yet. You thinking about the wrong thing. Like that is one game at a time. Getting ahead of yourself is what had us losing 3 games in a row. Yes, this is an easy stretch of games we should have won, but looking ahead is what got us in this position. Y'all talking about next year. Y'all talking about, we can't beat the Saints. Like, we don't play the Saints till what? Week 16? I mean, week 15? We still got 2 weeks. Like, what are you talking about? Anything can happen in a division game. I don't care. I honestly, since y'all want to love talking about comparing it to the Saints, I get it. They're the bar right now. The Saints were probably, in my opinion, the Saints were better last year. Like, it is what, like, I think the Saints were better last year. Period. Us, I thought we were worse last year. We had less weapons on offense. Our defense might have been a little bit better, but our offense was crap. I don't care. So the Saints are just they're playing better this year. I think their team was better last year. But that's just me. You remember what happened last year? Yeah, we got scrubbed at home last year in the first game. The second game, it was a close game, even with Kalen Clay. Had it not been for Kalen Clay fumbling at mid, you realize we were down 4 points till Kalen Clay fumbled at midfield. Like, he fumbled a punt at midfield. Like, they weren't stopping us all game offensively. Midfield, we would have had the ball. We would have had a chance to take the lead towards the end of the game. There was a lot of stuff that didn't go our way on the road. That there's simple stuff. It was a good game. The playoff game, if Graham Gano makes a field goal, if Kalen Clay or somebody who's not in the NFL right now that was playing our receiver, like, we had a guy that's not in the league right now playing wide receiver, catching primary targets from Cam Newton. Cam Newton hit him in the chest. He dropped a touchdown versus the Saints. Any of those two things. Devin Funchess dropped the jump ball at the end of the game. Like, we literally got sacked on 4th down to indicate, sacked us to turn the ball over. We were getting ready to score. Like, these games were close. It's not like the Saints just killed us last year. Anything can happen. The Saints won the division last year, but they didn't win it till the last week. Like, you realize the Saints actually lost last year on week 17. Had we beat the Falcons, we would have won the division and the whole shebang would have been different. Like, y'all realize how close the NFL is. Like, people, like, teams aren't as bad as you think and teams aren't as good as you think. The gap is not that wide. It's not college football. But I'm going to get back to that. Anyway, these new Panthers fans piss me off. Y'all piss me off. Do y'all not remember a couple years back when the division, I definitely say that NFC South is the best division, but that year it wasn't. Do you remember when the Panthers were 3-8-1? 3-8-1 in week 14? I mean, in week 13, and ended up winning 4 straight games to go to win the division and go to the playoffs. It's really not over until you're mathematically eliminated from playoff contention. You're not out of it. You have to keep playing. If the players gave up like some of y'all fans are giving up, that I would not be a Panthers fan. Like, they're not. I promise you, they're not giving up. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all just kill me, man. Y'all really piss me off. I'm gonna get off my soapbox because y'all getting on my nerves. Let's get into these predictions, man. Sheesh. I got me sweating in here. I'm fired up, man. If y'all can't tell. But I appreciate y'all tuning in, man. Appreciate y'all hearing me vent and go off on some of these Panthers fans. Like, this is not over, dog. I just hope y'all ready for this ride because we got to go now, and I think the Panthers feel that sense of urgency. Connor says, so what happens when we finish 9-7, have a subpar draft pick and nothing to show for the season? We have plenty to show for the season. Connor S. Cam Newton obviously showed that he can be a quality, consistent quarterback throwing the ball. His completion percentage went up. North Turner is a better offensive coordinator another year in his system of experience. We found the emergence of DJ Moore. We found the emergence of Curtis Samuel. Christian McCaffrey has emerged as the every down running back. What do you mean? Like, we had nothing to show? We have plenty to show. What you mean we had nothing to show? Yeah, if you go 9-7, don't make the playoffs, yeah, you don't have a ring to show. But hell, there's 32 teams in the NFL. 31 teams are going. You realize 31 teams at the end of the year are going to be disappointed in the outcome of their season, regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is. And JC's, you're exactly right. Cam Newton is somebody you really can't game plan for. A quarterback that's 6'5", can throw 60 yards and can run like a freaking elk. You can't game plan. Anytime he's playing well, you have a chance in a game, period. Like, you can't simulate that in practice. You're always going to have a chance. Yeah, he makes mistakes. I'm not saying he's perfect. Yeah, he makes mistakes, but there's not too many ceilings in the NFL that are higher than Cam Newton's when he's on his game. So, y'all gotta come up, man. Y'all gotta come on, man. Quit being so emotional about everything and think about football from a bigger perspective. Complete chaos. He said you better attack the window while it's open. It's hard to get back to. Exactly. Because that shows how far we've fallen from 2015. It's hard to get back to the Super Bowl, man. Like every year. That's the thing about it. It's not the NBA where you know the Warriors are gonna be playing whatever team LeBron bandwagon hops to. You know what I'm saying? It's different. It's parity. Everybody has a chance every year. This is not the NBA where you already know what's gonna happen. Dude, y'all kill me, man. Y'all gotta realize that this it is what it is. Let's move on. I know I got a lot of Saints fans tuning in. We're going into the prediction, but like I said, make sure you guys get a video a thumbs up if you haven't already. Kyle Whitney says, I always like the old Panthers when y'all had Steve Smith and the old running back was D'Angelo Williams. You thinking about probably, or maybe it depends how far you're going back. If you're going back, you're talking about D'Angelo Williams and Jonathan Stewart. If you want to go back further than that, excuse me. We had Steven Davis and Sean Foster last time we went to the Super Bowl before 2015, but this ain't no history lesson. We talking about week 13, 2018. Let's talk about these Saints as they go to Jerry World. Evan Sims, Cuzzo checking in. What up, though? He said, what's the main issue? Leadership, accountability, coaching. I think it's a strong combination of everything. All of the above. Leadership, mainly from the coaching. Accountability, yes. And I think there's a little too much faith in some of the guys we have off defensively. They're old and they're past their prime, but you can get value out of them. But to lean on guys that are 30 plus years old is tough. We got some youth in the secondary. I feel like the Panthers, like they what from the moves that they made this offseason, like they have a bunch. They have leaks. They had leaks. They have good players, but they have leaks, and they don't have. They have probably 4 or 5 leaks. They don't have 2 hands. So you cover up 2 leaks, water's gonna come out this one. So you move your hand to that one, water's gonna come out this one. You had holes in the receiving core. You get Cam a bunch of weapons. Oh, boom! Now the and the defense is good. So you got that plugged up because the defense is good, and boom, you have a good quarterback or a good running back. You got Christian McCaffrey. Oh, boom! The receivers are trash. Oh, let me go plug this receiver hole. Oh, but now the secondary is trash. They've been trash for a while. Let me get somebody else. Okay, the secondary is better. Oh, now the front seven is trash. So let me. It's crazy, man. Like it just seems like they have a lot of leaks, and they got to plug them in somehow. And trying to freaking tank for the draft is not the way to do it. They need to add some vets, a good mixture of go get somebody who they need to go get somebody in free agency, not just trying to pick on the draft for Bill Young, because the window is closing quick. On the talent we have, we got to make move. Um, Kyle said he loved the division. I love the division too, man. Yeah, you're right. That double trouble with pick your poison was crazy. But it's time for this prediction. Like I said, the Cowboys were talking that good trash, that good trash in the media. You know, Jerry Jones. That's not really trash talk. He always got to say what he's gonna say. Dak Prescott, like I said, they put on pants. He said they put on pants just like us. We know what DeMarcus Lawrence said. I gave y'all the matchups already. The running backs versus the linebackers. Running backs versus run defense on both sides. Can the Saints stop Zeke? Actually, let's go to the first point. The coaching. Jason Garrett. Will they stick to the game plan? Will they be able to stick to the game plan of giving Ezekiel Elliott the football? That's why they won 3 games in a row. They give him the ball and let Dak Prescott do the minimum. Yeah, what I'm scared is going to happen is they think that Amari Cooper, since he had a $180 last week, that he can have a $180 every week, and they're gonna try to throw the ball all over the place against the Saints. And once they see the Saints scoring a little bit, they're gonna try to play catch up. No, that's not gonna work. You gotta stay true to who you are. Run the football. If you want to throw the ball, throw that thing to Zeke. You know what I'm saying? It just like I said in the video, man. Like people, you gotta stick to your game plan, man. Like, and the Saints, they're undefeated on the road this year. They're 5-0 on the road. You know what I'm saying? They only losses to the Bucks at home. They're undefeated on the road. So being in the spotlight, being in Jerry, they're pretty good in prime time too, man. They're gonna come out swinging. Like I said, Sean Payton is a very aggressive coach. He's gonna come out early and try to get that lead, and that's what takes you out. Like the Saints, they stopped the run early, and by the time that you try to stay balanced in the game, like you get out of your game plan, you have to start passing more. They don't have to worry about stopping the run in the second half, and it's just the way it goes is game flow. That's what it's called, game flow. Like if you're down, you're not going to run the ball to get back in the game. Yeah, that may be your best option because that's your best player on your team in Zeke, but running the ball is not going to help you when you're down 14, 17, 20-something points to the Saints in the third quarter, and you're trying to play catch-up. No, that's not going to work. You're going to pass. And Dak Prescott, like I said, Dak Prescott throwing 35 to 40 times in a game is not a recipe for success, period. He's not that guy. We found it out last year when Zeke was out. We knew that this year. It just happened that Amari Cooper has come to stop the bleeding because it is what it is. Now, the other way, the Cowboys have a top 5 rush defense also. They have a top 5 rush defense also. And you know what the Saints got in that backfield. They've been running the ball a lot more like the past few years. Drew Brees' attempts in the season have been down the past few years. That way, that's why he's been so efficient. He's not throwing it 45, 50 times a game all the time like he used to, trying to outscore everybody to overcome for his bad defense. No, they can play balance. They can play ball control. They actually lead the league in time of possession. What's up, Day? What up, though? But the Saints actually lead the league in time of possession. They're playing ball control now, guys. They're going for it on 4th down. They have to keep these drives going. They're putting in Taysom Hill to change up the pace with the Wildcat and doing all kind of stuff. It's what they're doing. It's a crazy thing to have to change philosophy. Like they still have creative plays, but they still do a lot of stuff. But the overall philosophy of ball control is crazy just because they have a better, respectable defense. Their defense is not elite, but they don't have to be. You know what I'm saying? When you're playing ball control, when you're owning the clock and running the clock, your defense don't have to play good defense that long. You know what I'm saying? But what will happen in this game though? My prediction for this game, I honestly, like I said, the spread is -8. I think right now it might have moved. I think I'm hoping I'm not gonna put money on this game until the last minute. I'm hoping something else comes out. I'm hoping people start buying into the Cowboys talking all this trash, and I hope they start over researching this game and thinking that, oh, the Cowboys, they've been talking trash. They're coming in confident. They're at home on prime time in Jerry World. That's not gonna make a difference, guys. You're 6-5. You haven't beat that many great teams. You beat the Eagles, the Redskins with Colt McCoy. You haven't beat a bunch of great teams. And then ESPN plays them all day, so the hype train starts to build. The public starts thinking, oh, the Cowboys actually got a chance in this game. A touchdown at home? There's way too much. They're going to keep it close at least. They're going to run the ball with Zeke, and it's going to be low scoring. I mean, that could happen. I mean, honestly, in an ideal world, that happens. Like, you keep the game low, and you hope to see what happens at the end of the game in a close game. However, I don't see it happening like that. I think the Saints I think the Saints gonna win by 2 touchdowns. I don't think it's gonna be a huge blowout, but I think they're gonna win by 2 touchdowns. I think they score 30. Yes, I think they barely score 30. I got the final score gonna be it's at Jerry World. I got the score gonna be 30-17 Saints. 30-17 Saints. Not really exactly 2 touchdowns, extra point, and a field goal. 2 touchdowns and 1 extra point. I think it'll be 30-17. I don't see the Cowboys being able to. I don't know. If like I said, I told y'all this I think before. If they get to halftime with it being a low scoring game, they will have a chance down the stretch because that means their defense has had some confidence and they've run the clock out. They've got the running clock. I mean, they got the running game going. They burned some clock. They've controlled the clock. They kept Drew Brees off the field. If not, if they can't keep it close early, it's gonna be 2 touchdowns at least. So if you're a betting person, I put that money on that -8 all day. I even take it up at -9 if they do -9. Kyle Williams says blowout at Jerry World. He said he got his money on the Saints to crush them at there. Evan says Funches is mostly consistent despite some drops. Yeah, he had a bunch of drops that one game. He had some bad drops every now and then also that are unclutched. But he said Christian has proved he can run between the tackles. Can't get it done with his arm and legs. And Greg Olsen is always there even though he's banged up. So eventually the secondary is leaking, like you said. Reed's the best DB and he needs more help. And he's been over Captain. Dude, Captain Munnerlyn, it's a wrap for him, bro. Captain Munnerlyn got to let it go, man. He had a valiant effort in his career. I mean, I got to give salute to him. I mean, me and him the same height, yo. 5'8" and some change. But he got to let it go, man. Like, you can't be small and old. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're small, your athleticism has to make up for everything, especially playing the nickel. He makes a couple plays every now and then on the blitzes, but he gets cooked a lot of times. And put him back on the outside this past week wasn't a good look. He gave up a big bomb that pretty much lost us the game to Tyler Lockett. I mean, there's some other bad performances also, but it is what it is. I'll say the Bucks and the Panthers for last because that's the inter-division game. I always like to talk about those a little bit more. The Atlanta Falcons will be at home. One of the few games left at Mercedes-Benz. It's going to be lit this weekend. The SEC Championship is Saturday. When do the United play? When the Atlanta United, they're in the playoffs. Oh, the Atlanta United play tomorrow, actually. So they're going to be playing tomorrow in the playoffs. The SEC Championship is in Atlanta on Saturday. And then the Falcons play at home Sunday. It's going to be crazy. Donald Clark says 41-17 Saints. Not even close. 5 sacks by Saints and 2 INTs. Man. Donald Clark has zero confidence in their defense, apparently, even though they got one of the better defenses in the league, man. We know, but I think that I'm assuming you're guessing that one of those picks goes for a touchdown or sets up some points because, man, it's gonna be tough to drop 40 on the Cowboys, man. It's gonna be tough. I will give them credit for that defense, but like I said, Drew Brees gets to the ball, get rid of the ball so quick. It's hard to get to him regardless. Um, but the Falcons are playing the Ravens. It looks like Lamar Jackson will be at quarterback again, and this is gonna be wild, man. Because we haven't. It's kind of, isn't it kind of ironic that like Lamar Jackson is finally starting to get his starts now, and he's going to Atlanta to play in the Dome, and he has a lot of comparisons to one quarterback that was left-handed. They used to run around a little bit like him. That was pretty fast in his rookie year. All he did was run. A lot of people say he would never be able to last in the league because he can't throw, this, that, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, the big comparisons are there. The Falcons fans are going to be, I know they're going to fill up that stadium to see Lamar Jackson, man, because they haven't seen a guy like this electric since Vic was in that dome running around before his incident. We're not going to get into that, though. So it'll be fun to see him go against the Falcons in that dome. Kind of something new. But the Falcons are a 1-point favorite right now, according to my bookie that I'm looking at online. I don't know, man. That's a tough one. I mean, I keep saying the Saints. The Ravens have a good defense. Kyle Wentz said he loved his matchup with his Ravens. They have a good defense. Lamar, he's 2-0 as a starter. So the Saints don't have a great if Lamar Jackson is going to show off his arm to the NFL, this is the game to do it. We know the Falcons have been banged up in the secondary, and the people that are healthy aren't playing good. They've been banged up pretty much at every level. Deion Jones, will he be back this week? I don't know if they said it yet. If anybody knows, let me know. Dirtbag Dom said Joe Flacco done in these streets. They said stick a fork in him. That's what I'm saying. Joe Flacco, is he about to get Drew Bledsoe or Tony Romo or whatever you want to talk about? Yeah, Complete Guy said he hopes Lamar will be healthy enough. Is he back? Is Lamar banged up too? Him and Flacco both banged up? That's crazy. Oh, you thought I mean healthy enough going his career? Yeah, he's light. Like, bro, he's gonna have to do something. He's light, but he's tough. But all it takes is one clean hit. I don't know if y'all probably don't watch some of the stuff like that, but Pat White. If y'all remember Pat White, they used to play for West Virginia. He ran a lot like that. Pat White, Steve Slayton, him and Rich Rodriguez. They played. He played. Pat White got one shot. One shot. He came in and mop up. I can't remember who was the starting quarterback that he came in for, but I remember watching that game. He ran to the sidelines and did not get out of bounds. He tried to slide right before the sideline because he didn't get out of bounds at the time. He got assassinated. He got a concussion. Next thing you know, he's in the minors pitching for the Phillies. This dude pretty much retired from football from one game of trying to run around. The NFL is real. These are grown men. Like, literally, they literally made a grown man rethink his career. Pat White changed to be a baseball player, bro. he changed to be a baseball player. But the NFL is real. It will, like, he's going to have to develop his passing game. But, like, the Falcons don't have, like I said, they don't have a great secondary. So, Lamar, he can make some moves this game. We'll see. He doesn't have a lot of great weapons on the outside. Yeah, he has Crabtree, Snead, John Smoke Brown. But, I mean, that's not, I don't know. They're all, the system that they have is so weird that I don't know what to expect. I honestly don't know how to pick this game. Obviously, Vegas doesn't either. That's why the Falcons are only 1-point favorite. It's pretty much a pick 'em. You know what I'm saying? Like, whoever, it's even money on the Ravens. But who do I think is going to win this game? Matt Ryan, he's been playing great. He's leading the league in passing yards. Julio's leading the league in receiving yards. Like, they're really on a crazy pace right now as far as passing. And that's pretty much because they abandoned the running game, period. Like, they don't run at all. Like, they just pretty much quit on the running game. Like, I don't know why. Like, they don't even try to run the ball anymore. They run to set up the pass. I mean, they run just so they can play action a little more. Like, they play action more than anything. It's really a tough. This want to be a close game. Dirtbag Don says it's going to be a coin toss for real. Kyle said he likes the Falcons, but the game boils down to defense. Of course, I mean defense wins championships. Um, it's tough, man. I think that this will be a lower scoring affair. Um, I think that I think this is a spot where the Falcons can get a win, though, man. They got embarrassed on prime time. They're coming back home, long week. Um, yeah, I mean, it is a low key a pretty good game. I mean, it's not that much on the line, but he says low key game of the week. Um, but it's gonna be tough. I'll say that I'll take the Falcons at home, 20-17 on a tight affair. I think Matt Bryant is a late fourth quarter field goal and they win. So I'll take the Falcons. I'm picking up for the second week in a row, guys. Last week was just for consolation, just because I wanted them to win. I didn't really think they were gonna win. I'm not gonna lie. This week, I actually think they're gonna win. You know what I'm saying? So that is what it is. But appreciate y'all tuning in. If you haven't already, make sure you give the video a thumbs up. I got a lot of new people. A lot of my people that I actually know outside of YouTube are watching the live stream. Cousin came through. Austin came through. Lucas came through. People coming through showing love. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. You know? And of course, I got the YouTube family, the ones that are always around here. The usual suspects. Y'all know notification gang in the building. If you're not a notification gang, what are you doing? Like if you're gonna subscribe and not be a notification gang, what are you doing? Hit the bell icon, man. That way you can join the live stream as soon as I get on that thing, man. All right. Kyle Whitney says Joe Flacco's always been a fluke except in the playoffs. You're right. That's how he got that $20 million contract. Lucas said gang gang. Notification gang gang. What up? You got that right. Roman A says low key game of the weeky thing. Yeah, it could be if you just like pure football, I think it could be a pretty good game, man. Like strength on strength, offense versus a good defense. Defense typically wins, but I'm gonna go with the Falcons, man, at home. Because Lamar, man, I want to see what he can do though. I want to see him spin a little bit, man. Let it ride. Saint Savage says he said the Saints win 42-17. He said he got the Bucks over the Panthers 24-20, and he got the Ravens beating the Falcons 28-17. Said the Saints get 3 turnovers, 5 sacks, 2 by Cam and Marcus Davenport, and 1 by Sheldon Rankins. Jay Steve's gang, part of the notification gang. You know what I'm saying? Kyle Whitten said, let's go Lamar. Roman A said they glad he picked up DJ Moore over Ridley. He's a lot more room to develop. I agree. The ceiling is definitely higher, I think, for DJ. But right now, Calvin Ridley is playing some good football, man. I ain't gonna lie. He's not getting no love for rookie of the year, but his numbers are there. You know what I'm saying? He's balling. But like I said, I think DJ is more versatile. Oh, it just depends. You want like a pure receiver? I think DJ is perfect for our offense compared to Calvin. I don't think Calvin really would be able to last in our offense. Not just because of the type of stuff we run, but I don't think he fits into the type of game plan and type of quarterback that Cam is. You know what I'm saying? DJ Moore is pretty much perfect for it. Yeah, I know I'm doing the speed round at the end, so make sure y'all drop y'all questions. I've been answering our questions. I should have ignored them and did them at the end for the speed round. But y'all make sure y'all drop the questions. Y'all drop the questions below for the speed round, and I got y'all. Saint Savage said they scored 40 plus because Sean Payton is petty and will attack DeMarcus Lawrence all game because of his comments. Cowboys have no chance because Sean Payton is the second best in the NFL at scheme. And then Kyle Wayne said, really, it's slept on. You got that right. Snooze button snapped on. Dirtbag Don, appreciate that question. Make sure y'all drop y'all questions for the speed round. Dirtbag Don got the first one in. I like it. Asking about Nick Chubb. But let's get to the last game. I want to talk about this game because it's the Bucks versus the Panthers. Panthers on the road. Guys, I told y'all before, but I don't know if y'all remember. I'm actually going to this game. It's going to be lit. Oh, I'm leaving out this weekend to go. I'm flying out to some warm weather. It's been freezing in Atlanta. The wind chill had it feeling like the teens today. I checked the forecast. It's going to be 80-something degrees at the game. And I can't wait because I'm getting away for this getting to this warm weather. And I'm going to have fun. You know what I'm saying? I need a vacation. I've been working too hard on my job. I need a vacation. I gotta get away. I will be at the game. I think somebody asked me. I can't remember who it was. They said they were going to the game. We were supposed to link, but um, if you're going to that Bucks Panthers game, let your boy know. Let your boy know. We can link. We can link something. Maybe I'll be there. I'll be there a few days. Uh, yeah, man. I'll be in the Bay. Complete K. I'm coming to the Bay. I'm coming to the Bay. I'm going out on Friday through Monday. No, Friday through Monday. Yeah, man. It's gonna be a good weekend, man. I don't know what I'm gonna do. So if any of y'all from Tampa or know familiar with the area, let your boy know what to get into. Let your boy know what to get into. In Tampa. When the last time I've been to Tampa? When the last time I've been to Tampa? I don't remember. It's been a while, and I wasn't an adult, so I couldn't do the fun stuff that I'm gonna be able to do when I go this time. And I apologize to y'all because I told y'all I was gonna make I had a vlog, and I do have a vlog for the Falcons game, but I was so terrible at the idea of what vlog was and how to record a vlog. It was terrible. It was terrible. I'll edit it tonight. All right, I'll edit it tonight, and I'll try to drop it sometime tomorrow just so y'all can see how boring I am. But I don't want to drop it and it be boring, and then y'all not want to watch the one I'm about to record this weekend. Because this vlog I'm about to make this weekend is gonna be lit in Tampa. I'm telling you, it's gonna be fun. Y'all get to really see how I act in off camera. Yeah, I'm cool on camera and stuff too, but off camera when I'm just joking around and being around other people and the Panthers fans and at the game and all that stuff, I'll get more footage. I'm gonna have my action camera. I'm gonna have my iPhone XR or XS, whatever. So I'm gonna make the vlog this time so y'all can really see how it is. If you haven't been to a game before, period, I'm gonna try to get a little inside scoop and show you how you do with the tailgating and the cheering and the cussing and all the stuff that happens at the games. You know what I'm saying? It should be fun. Hopefully it's warm in that thing, but it is what it is. So let's get to the prediction. So Tampa, they got the dub last week versus the 49ers. They stopped the bleeding a little bit. The 49ers are garbage. Reuben Foster got benched right before the game. Uh, they right before the game, and not that he was gonna just be the savior to help them beat the Bucks, but the Bucks got the win. And guys, Jameis Winston didn't throw an interception. Oh my God, what's going on? Jameis Winston didn't throw a pick, and look what happened. They won the game. It seems like a simple formula to me, guys. Take care of the football. You got weapons. Win the game. Blah, blah. Yeah, they're garbage. Yeah, I know. Yeah, the 49ers for sure aren't the Panthers, but the Panthers are going to be down Dante Jackson. It looks like Dante Jackson probably won't play from what I see. Let me see what happens. Because they signed, they put up some corners from the practice squad, so Dante Jackson, Dante Jackson didn't practice today, but they say he's walking decent, but I think he's like super questionable. So I don't know. Funches, I don't know. Funches is not playing either. Mike Adams didn't practice. He hurt his wrist. Man Hurts didn't practice either. So we'll see, man. It's a lot of injuries. And like I said, the matchup I talked about before was the Buccaneers wide receivers versus the secondary. With the secondary down, who are they gonna have that's gonna guard some of these guys? Like Humphreys destroyed the Panthers last time. Like he destroyed them in the slot. He destroyed them in the slot, man. Like I don't know. I was nervous last time, but now I'm even more nervous. But I would rather have Jameis Winston than Fitzpatrick in there because you know what Jameis Winston can do when stuff goes bad. Even though our defense haven't been playing great, I don't know. I honestly don't know how this game is gonna go. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I don't know how this game is gonna go. Like the Panthers are 3.5 point favorites right now. The over under is 54.5. What is that math? 54.5 divided by 2 minus 1.75. So the final score prediction is what? What is that? 29 to they have it 29 to 25 and a half is their Vegas' prediction. So a field goal. I mean, I don't know, man. It's gonna be tight. I think it's gonna be tight. You know what I'm saying? Uh, it's gonna be tight. So the Panthers, their special teams have been great. Graham Gano struggled a little bit. I heard they even brought in some kickers. Um, they even, dude, the Panthers even worked out Chandler Canzero. You know what I'm saying? Uh, which is comical to me, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I don't know what is going to happen in this game. Do the Panthers must win, and I think that desperation can possibly propel them to win. I mean, the Bucks, they just really trying to find out what they have in Jameis. These games typically are close, even though last game was a blowout. These games are typically close, especially when Jameis plays. Um, I actually like that Vegas prediction. I'll say 30-27 Panthers. I think actually Grant Gano redeems himself, actually makes a field goal this time, and I think it comes down to a Bucks blowing a field goal too. I think it'll be a close game, man. We'll see. Panthers got to win, so the desperation time is on. But make sure you guys give the video a thumbs up. It's time for the speed round, man. Let's get into this thing. Y'all been dropping hella questions, man. I don't. Y'all wanna dump a bunch of stuff in my lap instead of sprinkling around throughout the whole live stream. I see how y'all do your boy. How's Nick Chubb looking? Nick Chubb looking like the man. He's snagging on people. He's running for 90-something yard runs against the Falcons. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think Nick Chubb had it in him to be the man like that. I was confused when they traded Carlos Hyde. But Nick Chubb and balling dog. They got a young running back, young quarterback. It's a good combination to have. People want to give Baker Mayfield credit for playing all good, but Nick Chubb has been the key to Baker Mayfield's success these past few games. How's Sam Darnold looking? Injured. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think he was ready to start day one. I don't think they should have played him day one. Their team is way too horrible. You don't want to ruin a young quarterback's confidence like that. I didn't like Sam Darnold coming out of the draft. If you guys been keeping up with my draft videos, I didn't like him coming out, but it's still early. It's still early, but I didn't like him. Kyle Winston said he like DJ Moore from Maryland, but his hometown Maryland, but he'll take Ridley. Roman A said Broncos for wild card. I think so, bro. I think they could. I'm gonna make a video called Pretender and Contender to talk about all the bubble teams and the thing who can actually be a legit team and who's not. And the Broncos will be discussed, but I do like the Broncos. How they look. They competed, man. They competed. They played the Chiefs close. You know what I'm saying? And they just beat the Chargers. They're a pretty good team, man. I just don't believe in Case Keenum. I did last year, but he seems like he's taking a step back. And I don't know. We'll see. Donald Clark said, "Will the Saints run the table? It's a strong possibility." You remember I told you I thought they would go 3-3 in this little 6-game stretch that they're in. Right now, I think they're 4-0 in this stretch. No, I did it. They're 5 and I don't know what. No. I think they actually made it through that stretch I was talking about. So hey, they got a chance to run the table. But you know the Bucks coming. You know the Bucks. You got to go to the Tampa Bay next week. Y'all done lost 2 in a row to the Bucks. You know what I'm saying? Don't sleep on them Bucks. You know how they play y'all tough every time. I don't understand it, bro. They beat y'all last year in Tampa, and they won in the Dome earlier this year, 48-40. So the Bucks, man, don't sleep on the Bucks. We'll see. Am I buying the Chargers hype? I don't think they're a Super Bowl contender like everybody's saying, but I think they'll be good. I don't think they're a Super Bowl. Some people like Max Kellerman from First Take picked them for the Super Bowl. I think Shannon Sharp picked them to win the Super Bowl. I'm like, dude, I'm not picking them for the Super Bowl, but I think they'll be up there, be down there. Kyle Winton said he's buying the Charger. Dirtbag Dom said, "Is the NFC South still the best division in the football?" See what had happened was, if you watch my past 2 videos and you know my drops, I haven't said the best division in the NFL lately after the Panthers have lost those past few games to some of these scrubs. And the Falcons have been losing too, so it's hard to state that claim. However, from a big picture standpoint, Yeah. I mean, the team that typically comes out of the gauntlet of the NFC South is going to be a contender. We're probably going to have three of the last. Hold on. We're going to have the last, probably by the end of the year, we're probably going to have the last three MVPs that they've had from 2015 with Cam, Matt Ryan, and then Drew Brees. We've had two teams go to the Super Bowl from the division the past few years. The Saints were close last year. I mean, 3 out of 4 years. Sorry, my bad. Not the past three. 3 out of 4 years MVP. 3 out of 4 years possibly a team that goes to the Super Bowl or NFC champion, depending on how the Saints do. But like, there's legit quarterback play. There's a legit competition throughout the division, and I mean, what can you say? We got MVPs and stuff like that in the division. Last year we got three teams in. This year it's gonna be tough to get two. We'll see. The Panthers can get in also, but um, I think for the year-to-year basis, the NFC South is the best. So I'll take that. Kyle Witness said, "Enjoy myself in a trip." I appreciate that. I appreciate that, man. I'm gonna try to, man. Me and the lady getting out of here on this weekend. Gonna meet up with some of the Panthers fans down there in the fan club, so it should be fun. Um, Dirtbag Don said Aaron Rodgers looking funny in the light. Let's talk about it. What do you mean looking funny in the light? Um, Kyle Witness said, let's not talk about Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, man, like I don't know what's been going on with him. He's missed a couple of passes, like in some game, like some easy passes. I remember the Seahawks game, he missed them passes towards the end of the end stretch. Like, I don't know. Like, a lot of people are saying that um, he's so good at doing like throwing off balance and doing whatever that he gets lazy with his mechanics because he knows he can get away with it, but he doesn't all the time anymore. So I don't know. Um, and then they always get some crap about him and his family. Every time the holidays come up, he's always not texting somebody or he hasn't spoken to somebody in X amount of days or whatever. Like, what's going on, Aaron Rodgers? Like, why does he hate his family? I know he donated $1 million to the California wildfire stuff, but I salute him for that. But he can't call his mom on Thanksgiving or his people on Thanksgiving. What's going on with that? Somebody let me know if you know. I don't know. So I'm saying, but it is what it is. Um, Dirtbag Don said Tom Brady would not make another Super Bowl appearance. Let's talk about it. Au contraire, my boy, they may go to the Super Bowl this year. With Gronk back, bro, anything is possible with them. If they're gonna look pedestrian because people aren't when you don't have help and the help around you is not playing as well as usual, but you can only get away with putting crap around Tom Brady for so long. I know they have a monopoly on every white skill position player in the NFL, and they get the most out of them. But you gotta have Gronk. You gotta have Gronk. Gronk is a walking mismatch. He walks off the bus and he's a mismatch. You know what I'm saying? Like they have players and they have a good system. They have good coaching. Um, Kyle Witness said, "What you smoking in that bag, dirt bag?" He said, "You must be smoking dirt." You talking like that, dirt bag, Dom? Um, but Dirtbag Don says Steelers get bounced in the first round. Let's talk about it. I agree. I don't like the Steelers. I'm not gonna lie. Like I don't like how they did Le'Veon. I don't believe in Big Ben. Like the fact that he threw that interception last week to losing the game to the Broncos when y'all literally had the ball on the one. Why did they not give it to James Conner? Like, did people not learn from Marshawn Lynch and the Seahawks? Like, run the ball. Like, let's be real, man. Ben Roethlisberger, he has his moments, but he also has his bad moments. So I don't know. Um, we'll keep it moving. Uh, Dirtbag Don said, with all due respect, oof, this is a tough one. With all due respect, is Sean Taylor overrated? The top man's up like he was about to be the second coming of Ed Reed. He was a hard hitter and sure tackler, but I don't know. Sean Taylor was good. I'm not gonna lie. He. I didn't. You're right. The way they talk about him is a little kind of like seems a little out of whack. But Sean Taylor was a baller. He was a hard hitter. He was a playmaker. He was those guys that are always around the ball. He was always made play. He wasn't Ed Reed. Now Ed Reed is, in my opinion, is the best safety of all time. But Ed Reed is a whole different level. I think Sean Taylor was good. God rest his soul. God bless his family. I know the recent the anniversary just passed. Um, but of his death, of his murder, excuse me. But Sean Taylor, excuse me. Sean Taylor was a baller. Sean Taylor was a baller. I got to give it to him. He was young. It's unfortunate that he left so early, but it is what it is. Eduardo Lopez. What up, dude? Checking in late, man. Checking in late. I'm 70 minutes strong. You just not checking in. You got to go to the playback. If you haven't tuned in to the whole thing, make sure you go to the playback. If you're a Panthers fan, make sure you go back to the playback. If you didn't hear the rant, I had to preach to the congregation a little bit about our season. Shout out to the Saints, the Bucks, and Falcons fans for bearing with me through that moment where I had to get into I ain't gonna say that word. No worries, Eduardo. You always got the playback. You always got the playback. But make sure you hit the bell icon, Eduardo. That way you on notification game. That way you get notification when I go on the live stream, because YouTube be hating, man. They don't want to give your boy no shine sometimes. They don't like to tell all the subscribers that I'm dropping videos. So, I mean, it is what it is. But make sure you give the video a like too while you're at it. But yeah, that's my thing on Sean Taylor. Roman Hayes. Did Torrey Smith even play against the Seahawks? Yes, he played a few snaps. I saw him in. He didn't catch a pass. He said the only reason he dressed out was because Funchess couldn't go. So that's the reason why Torrey Smith just suited up. We just needed more receivers. And then Damiere Byrd got hurt. So I'm wondering who they're going to pull up to be on there. Because right now, I don't know. I hope they don't bring back Brenton Burson to play receiver. That's all I know. Kyle Winter says Sean Taylor would never be overrated. And I agree. Complete Chaos says Sean Taylor was a beast. Eduardo, I talked. I talked about the Saints. Go back. Make sure you go back to the beginning. You hear me talking about the trash talk between the Cowboys players and the Saints too. And then I did the preview too. So I got you on that. I ain't got no show notes though, so I can't help you. You gotta sift through that thing. But it's all good material. But I appreciate you tuning in after work, man. It was a late day for me too. I ain't started the live stream until 9:00. Kyle Winter said he was on the same echelon as Reed. Like I said, they were. I don't know. Ed Reed was such a ball hawk. He's the definition of a ball hawk. I can't really put him on the same level, but Sean Taylor's up there. Dirtbag Don said, "Why is Marvin Lewis has a job because of affirmative action?" That's the only thing I can say. I don't know. Maybe the grace of God is another reason to say why Marvin Lewis still has a job. But besides that, I don't know. It is what it is. We'll move on. Who are the top 3 corners in the game? Oof. Top 3 corners. I don't even know right now. Who are the top 3 corners? Who are 3 good corners now? Like NFL, has been so turned upside down by these offenses. Is there such thing as a good corner anymore? Who's a good corner? Let me think. Jesus. Who will be my number 1 corner, y'all? I can't even. Who are the top cornerbacks in the NFL? Let me Google this. People getting cooked. Marathon Lattimore been getting cooked this year too. Everybody been getting cooked. Xavier Rhodes been getting cooked. Norman been getting cooked. Everybody been getting cooked. Complete Chaos. Appreciate you tuning in, man. Gang family in the building. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, Complete Chaos. You've been to day 1, Complete Chaos, man. Salute to you. You and wifey be tuning in, man. I appreciate all the love, man. You were day 1, man. I salute to you. Salute. It's all love. Let me see. Top cornerbacks in the NFL. Sheesh. Salute. Jesus. I'm looking at this list of the preseason. A lot of these guys are getting cooked. Right now in this list, I don't even know. Ramsey up there. Yeah, for sure. I say Ramsey. Yeah. Patrick Peterson. I agree with that, Eduardo, for sure. Ramsey might be my number 1 right now, man. I can't lie. He talked the trash. He's gotten burned a couple times, but Ramsey might be the number 1, man. Patrick Peterson's always gonna be good. Patrick Peterson is versatile. Patrick Peterson's definitely up there. And like I said, Xavier Rhodes, he's been getting cooked this year, but he was rated the number 1 coming into the season. So, I'll say Rhodes. I'll give you that because I'm looking at his list. Darius Slay, he been getting cooked all year. Sherman cooked. Hayward got hurt. Patrick Peterson's number three. Jalen Ramsey. Yeah, I mean, I got to agree with that same top three that I've seen on this list. Not in that order. I got Ramsey one, Peterson two, and Rose three. That's my top three. Golly. Ooh, that was tough. You drove that one out of me, man. That was a tough one. You know what I'm saying? Uh, oof. If the Broncos make it to the playoffs, it would be because okay, yeah. Um, Lucas asked me, do I think the Panthers and the Packers will have a swap in head coaches? They're not gonna swap head coaches. No, hold on. What was the last team that swapped? Did anybody swap coaches? That was the NBA. That was the NBA where somebody traded coaches. Um, but I don't think so. I mean, Mike McCarthy. Oh, you said not literally. You mean like a reality show swap, or or that's what you meant? You didn't mean like a legit swap. You mean a reality show wife swap type of thing. Um, McCarthy, man, like his career is so predicated to the hip of Aaron Rodgers. Like now they're saying like I don't know. It's just now that some of the stuff is starting to be in question because Aaron Rodgers, I don't I don't know. It's just people are starting to analyze his salt like he's a Super Bowl champion, of course, but people start stepping back and like, oh, you've had the great, arguably one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. If you only got one Super Bowl ring, if Bill Belichick had Aaron Rodgers, he would have 12 rings, like Bill Russell. Like no, like Bill Russell, but you know I'm getting the gist. Like once you start stuff start going start bad, like everything, like you know what I'm saying. Like you ever been in that situation where like somebody does something to piss you off, like or you burn a bridge with somebody and everything they do you start nitpicking and pissing off, like even if you had a bad breakup with a girl, like she gets on your nerves or something like that, and you get mad at everything she does. Like she squeezed the tooth. Look how she squeezed the front of the toothpaste instead of the back of the toothpaste. I can't stand her. Or look how she eats with her hand. Or at least how she doesn't chew her food all the way before she swallows it. Da, 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 da. Like you know what I'm saying? Like once somebody been around so long, like you forget all the good moments. You start nitpicking. And Dirtbag Don feel me though. But like it just that's how it is. Mike McCarthy's been around for a long time, and they felt like they should be in a bit different spot. But like I said, and you start nitpicking, and it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Will he make it through the year? We'll see. Management seems to be doing some crazy stuff. They got rid of Clinton Dix. They're trying to look for the future. I don't know, but Aaron Rodgers just got broke off. So what kind of moves can you make to get some help around there as far as defense and get things together? You drafted well, but you seem to trade away good players. So it is what it is. The Panthers, they're good. I like Ron Rivera. I think they need an outside defensive coordinator. We see how much good bringing an outside offensive coordinator was, and changing that philosophy and bringing somebody different. You know what I'm saying? I know Rivera. We've lost a lot of coaches because a lot of people are getting jobs, but maybe it's just time to stop promoting within. Like you've gone back to that. You've gone back to the cookie jar too many times with trying to promote within, and Eric Washington maybe not be the guy. I don't think they should fire him right away, but I think they should take a little harder look. Ron Rivera is a defensive coach after all. Maybe he should step in and start calling some plays himself. Well, who knows? Um, Complete Chaos said the Bucks will probably roll over when they play the Saints. I don't know, man. I don't know. They tend to get up regardless of what's going on. Like I said, they beat the Saints the past two times, so it is what it is. Um, will the Panthers make the playoffs? Oof. Donald Clark asking me the tough ones. Will the Panthers make the playoffs? I can't say for sure. I'm not gonna lie. If you want me to judge on their outlook, their chances are not great. I'm not gonna say never or not or yes for sure. The chances aren't great, but this is nothing I haven't seen before from them. Like I said, the Panthers have been literally with 3-8-1 in one season and still made the playoffs. Yeah, they finished 7-8-1, but getting in, all you have to do is get in. Like people are like, oh, we're never gonna be like, dude, all you have to do is get in. How many of those teams that Eli Manning had, people thought were going to win the Super Bowl before they got into the playoffs? Like, nobody did. Like, you just have to get in. You know what I'm saying? You get in, get hot at the right time. Anything can happen in the playoffs. The Rams got beat by the Falcons last year in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like, the Rams had a good season last year, too. They weren't dominant like now, or dominant like now, but they got bounced in the first game by the Falcons. So anything can happen in the playoffs, bro. It's a one and done. It's not no series where the best team doesn't always win. This is not the NBA where you play a 7-game series. This is the NFL. Somebody can get hurt. You can get calls. You may not get calls. Anything can happen in the game of football, man. Like, you never know. It's a one and done. You want to get into the playoffs, period. So that's just my spill on that. Um, um, Lucas said, believe it or not, Apple is in top 5 in tackles for corners. That can be good or bad if you got a tackle getting a corner getting a bunch of tackles. Um, Lucas said Mike McCarthy is the problem. We have a great QB, running back, and wide receiver. O-line isn't terrible. I mean, I agree. They got offensively, they got personnel. Um, I don't know. Defense needs some. I don't know. The Packers actually have some talent. Like, they have decent talent. Like, they can get better in some spots, but I don't know. We'll see, because they traded away one of their best DBs. So it is what it is. But looks like, dude, what the hell? All right, I just got a bunch of notifications so I can't see. Yeah, great young CB. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Antonio Naboa, welcome to the live stream. Welcome to the live stream. Yeah, they got to do. I like Jair Alexander. I thought the Panthers should have picked Jair Alexander in the first round. Jair Alexander is legit. Like, he's a legit good man lockdown corner. Like, what I saw him doing the Rams game was just reassurance of what I thought he was gonna be in the league. How he locked up Cooks. Like, I like that confidence. You know what I'm saying? Um, let me see. Dirtbag Don said he don't think the Rams built for the playoffs. They give up 900 yards a week. No, the Rams do give up a lot of yards, bro. They got way too much money on their defense to be playing as bad as they do. Like, people are saying like, oh, this is how the NFL is gonna be. No, there's only a few teams playing bad defense and dominant offense. They're still, like, look at last year. The teams that made it deep, they had a decent running game and pretty decent defense. Like that, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, there were a lot of points scored in the Super Bowl, but the NFL always corrects itself. You know what I'm saying? Like, defenses always catch up. There may be a lopsided thing. Like, even in Madden, y'all remember when the hit stick came out in 2001, and as an offensive player, you couldn't do anything about it because once they timed up the hit stick correct, you was lights out for you. You might have fumbled most of the time too. There's really nothing you could do about that hit stick. Yeah, they missed sometimes, but if they landed that hit stick, it was lights out. The following year on Madden, they caught up, everything corrected itself. The truck stick came in, so everything got even. That's how the NFL is, since everybody likes video games these days. But that's how it is, man. It'll always correct itself. I don't know how the Rams are gonna do either. Granted, they do have experience from last year's playoff, but they only played one game, so I can't really call that playoff experience. But it is what it is. Antonio Noboa said the O-line is terrible. So they need better linebackers. Martinez is good, man. I like Martinez, but he gets hurt a lot too. I don't know how they are on the outside, though, at linebacker. I can't even classify what Clay Matthews is, but Martinez is a baller, dog. He's a baller. Jay Steves, Charlotte native. Oh, yeah. So Jair Alexander's a Charlotte native? Is that what you're saying? He said they let go of Clint Dix. Yeah, man, that's what I talked about. LAC at Pittsburgh. It's gonna be a good game. I ain't gonna lie, but I like the Chargers in that one, man. I think their confidence took a blip last week losing to Denver. I mean, they were on a hot streak. They had killed. They had won a couple games in a row. They killed the Panthers, so they think they're riding high. But the Broncos, that little mistake by Ben, I don't know. And then he's criticizing these guys in the media. Like I didn't have a read into the whole Big Ben interview though, so I don't want to overanalyze that too much because the media blows stuff up. I want to look at the whole thing about Ben, but um, this is what happens. Their locker room kind of gets into shambles every now and then. So I we'll see what happens going forward with them. But I like the Chargers in this game. They're the Pittsburgh Steelers are 3.5 point favorites. Um, right now at home. It's gonna be cold probably, and the Chargers they coming from that. Um, they're coming from what's it called? They're coming from that West Coast. So um, Antonio Bosa said he hates those type of games with being 30 yards. Yeah, I don't know why they didn't give the ball to James Conner on the 1 yard line. So they're trying to throw it. Like people, like you saw already, had that defensive lineman not intercepted it, Courtney Roby probably would have picked it off too. It would have been just like in the Patriots game in the playoffs when they lost to him. So I don't know why people start falling in love with throwing the ball on that 1 yard line, and it kind of makes me cringe sometimes. But I think the Chargers will win a close one, man. But who knows? Like the Chargers, I don't think they're that great, but I think the Steelers that'll be a good game. I'm glad. I think did they flex that game? I hope so. But that was no, it's at 8:20. Yeah, so I'll be who knows where I'll be. I'll be somewhere probably in front of a TV somewhere, but um, double say those some bad calls. Yeah, there's always bad calls. Welcome to the NFL game, man. There's been some bad calls all the time, but I've been going 86 freaking minutes. It's about that time, fellas. It's 10:30. I was trying to record another video tonight after this. I'm about to get up off this thing. Dirtbag Don, I appreciate you coming through. Antonio Noboa, I appreciate it. Kyle Whittington, you put the you did your thing tonight, man. You had a lot of comments. You were here from start to finish, man. Participate, dropping comments. Kyle, appreciate you. Donald Clark, you know I appreciate you, boy, coming through. Saints fan. Who else? Complete Chaos came through. Jay Stees in this thing. Uncle Lucas in this thing. Who else? Eduardo came through, showed some love after work. I appreciate that. Tony Noboa, I appreciate it, man. Y'all have a good night, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit the bell icon notification gang. Make sure you get a video thumbs up if you hadn't already. Gotta get that engagement up so YouTube will help your boy out. Everybody came through. Roman Aids came through. Saint Savage 2018 came through. I appreciate all y'all, but I gotta sign off, man. I gotta go. I'll let y'all people. I'll see you guys next time. Peace. And oh yeah, RIP to the creator of SpongeBob, man. Golly, we lost a real one.